All right. Hey, I am here. Actually, I'll get in the front for a second. There you go. Hey, this is Troy from Scare Hollow, and I'm here with Nathan from House of Shadows. And I wanted to do a little interview with him so that people can get a little more insight on the full contact Oregon haunt that we have. And it's the only one in Oregon, and that's pretty awesome. And so I've been through it behind the scenes, and I went through it last year, and it's even better than last year. So we'll ask some questions, and then we'll leave you guys to want to come. So how long have you been haunting?
About 9 years now. 9 years, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah. How did you first start out?
How most of us started, I started doing a home haunt, and it grew to where people started telling me, they're like, you can do this. You need to start doing this professionally. You need to start doing this as much as you can. And so we just grew and grew and grew, and then went from there. So grew into a professional on and off. And so
have you always been in Oregon?
Yes, we have always been in Oregon. We haven't gotten all of our ideas from Oregon, but we have been in Oregon. We started, when we started to go on the more professional route, we started all the way in North Portland, at the North Portland Eagles, off of Exeter.
All right.
And that was a lot of fun. That was a good start here.
Yeah.
It kind of showed us what we needed to do. And then from there, we just progressed.
So what led you to the full contact? Or was it always full contact?
No, it wasn't always full contact. We've always wanted the more extreme. We wanted to keep adding it, keep making it as extreme as we possibly could. And we decided to go and take a year off, of haunting. And we went and toured a couple different other haunts, and we went to a couple different conventions. And we went to a haunt over in Ohio. And the haunt basically was so intense that we thought, we walked out of this haunt going, oh my God, that's what we need to do. And we started touring a lot of Midwest haunts, and that's where we came up with Full Contact. A lot of Midwest haunts, the Fear Experience, Haunted Hoochie. You've got, there's a couple new ones out there, Scare Factory, that are more touching Full Contact. And it's intense. It's very intense, and we enjoy it going through them. We enjoy seeing them, and that's where we get a lot of our ideas. Is more of the Midwest haunts.
So, are there any boundaries that are put on your actors?
There's lots of boundaries. The way that we touch, the way that we grab, we train for a few weeks on that, and our actors are trained to do what they call a close hand grab. So it's back of wrist when you come and you grab them. If you're coming from behind. When we're touching our normal arms, shoulders, necks, hairs, back the legs lower. We stay out of any regions that, accidents happen, people bend down,
right.
People jump up, but it's, our thing is, it's like, we're not trying to do anything wrong.
Right.
We're just trying to make the experience fun. So if we're grabbing, reaching, you're bending down, oops, sorry, we move on. We don't stop.
Right.
And that's what makes our experience fun is because people understand that. We're not here to do that. We're here just to scare.
Right.
And all of my actors are trained on how they do it, how they touch, the techniques of how they touch, how they grab, how they lift, who can lift, who cannot lift. We go through a lot of techniques on how to do that. And everybody in here, they're pretty spot on how they do it. And if a lot of people don't realize on how strict being in the full contact business is, you have to be super strict. And we are, so if one actor screws up, that's it. We don't do a sorry, well, maybe we'll work with you for next time. No, if you screw up, you're gone.
Right.
And so it's a pretty strict business. People don't realize that we take what we do very seriously.
Right. What does that does this type of haunting require more like liability and insurance?
Our insurance is ridiculous.
I bet.
We have a private insurance company that we go through that insures Full Contact, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't insure you have to get normal building insurance, obviously, but you have to insure for the Full Contact by itself for the days you're open.
Okay.
And to give you an example, our rates actually went up this year because they actually ask you questions of how much contact do you do. And when I gave our gave our information to our insurance agent, he basically came back with like, you guys got the max because you guys are literally taking it to the extreme. So, with that being said, it is expensive.
Yeah. Was there anything that you learned from last year that you applied to this year that you did differently, or?
We love our customers. We really do. We take feedback very seriously. At the same time, we don't mess around. When I say that is if we get feedback from a customer that is really nasty, they're being just a jerk. We're not your typical haunt that sits there and just is like, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry. We're just like, oh, too bad. You came through, you liked it, that's what it is.
Right.
But our reviews stand for themselves. We got really high reviews, and a lot of that has to come from what the customers tell us. Customers will tell us, this is what we want. We want this. In fact, we've already got complaints this year that people want more contact. And it's like, I don't know how much more we can possibly give you, but we do get a lot of people asking for that. And so we did that this year. We actually are more physical, more intense this year from last year. And we also, the number one complaint that we had from customers last year was they wished it was bigger. So this year we did add an outside scene to it to make it larger. We also added some things inside the building to make it actually longer and make it more enjoyable for the customers. Sorry.
So I know you guys keep a tally of like how much people peed their pants and all that kind of stuff. What do you have any of those numbers just off the top of your head? I know it's a lot.
We stopped count about our second to third week, I think it was, right in the middle there.
Right.
I think it was that second Wednesday we stopped, I think is when it was. And we were just too high on the number of people that pee their pants. I mean, for the first time this year, we don't get men that pee their pants usually, it's women. First time this year we had a man come out the exit, his pants were soaked. He peed his pants and he admitted to it, which was awesome. And of course we have that on tape. We're like, yes, he admitted he peed his pants. But we're in the hundreds. I mean, for people that do that. We're in the double digits for the people that faint. We're in the double digits for the people that lose shoes or clothing or items. In fact, I think we're like above 50 for that. We have a collection inside our makeup room on one of the chains of just hats. How many hats we've collected from people. And the funny thing is people just aren't coming back for it.
Yeah.
We have a credit card and a debit card that no one's came back for. It's sitting in our lost and found in our office. So it's like, really, I mean, it's just, that's what happens.
Yeah.
So our tallies are really high. First time we've ever had an actor pick a girl up and she literally peed down his arm. So
That's good.
The peeing themselves is in the hundreds for sure.
Yeah.
We just stopped doing our tally because it's like we can't. It's every night there's dozens, and so it's like we can't do it. Crying is one of our biggest ones this year.
Yeah.
Is people breaking down in tears and literally coming to us in the middle of the haunt, telling us they need out. We let them out, and they're just bawling, and it's not like we're being mean. It's just they're so scared that they're just in tears, and that's something we've had a lot of this year. And of course, our biggest tally that we've had is just people not going in. People that'll buy tickets, get all the way up to here, and they just turn around as soon as they come through the front door and say, "No, I'm done. I'm done." And do they complain? No, they're nope. They understand.
I'm done. Well, that actually leads me to the next one. What is the strangest thing you found left behind? Or creepiest or gross?
Well, it's funny that you say that. We found a bra. We were just like, where did this come from? And I would say the strangest thing that we found was we found a hookah pen.
Right.
And on the hookah pen was like this lady had wrapped some like twine around it and had like a small little tiny female, I'll say, orgasm tool. And so that would probably be the oddest thing that we found.
That's awesome. Because I know somebody else posted on Facebook the other day that they had that they found an actual silicone like breast implant or something.
Yeah, I
like
saw that.
Yeah.
That was on Facebook.
Yeah. So, do you have a patron that has been scared the best, that is just stuck out in your mind in the past couple of weeks?
We did. There was a guy out our exit. We have a guy, chainsaw guy, chases people out the exit, and he was chasing a guy out the exit, and literally he got him all the way up across the street. And there's that parking lot strip medium there, and there's curbs there. And the guy was so scared, he wasn't paying attention to that. He hit that, and it actually slopes down a little bit, and he did a full-on Superman. And we got it on film. And he was so freaked out. This is Superman, hits the pavement, rolls, gets up, and starts spraying again. And it's like something that you would see out of the movies, and it's stuck in my mind, because it's like anybody that can literally be that scared to where you know it hurts, where he landed and skinned himself up good, and it hurt, and he gets up and runs again.
It's still rough.
That's a good sign.
You've done your job, yeah. So, what are your hours from now until Halloween?
Weekdays, so any time Sunday through Thursday, we're 7 to 10. Fridays and Saturdays, we're 7 to 11.
Okay.
And we go all the way through November 2nd, so Sunday.
So Sunday, okay. And you are located where?
445 Northeast Burnside Road, Gresham.
Okay.
Next to Goodwill and AutoZone.
And what are your prices?
They're $20 at the door, and you can go online to scaredonoregon.com and then go to the ticket, and you can buy online, and if you buy online, you get a Fast Pass upgrade. So
nice.
it's a pretty good deal.
Nice. And do you have any plans for after Halloween for the haunt?
We're talking about doing a Christmas haunt, and so we had one last year. We enjoyed it. We had a great feedback from it, and I think we're going to do that. We're going to have a Christmas haunt. So.
You have a Valentine's haunt?
It depends, because it takes so much time in building. So if we can do it, we'll fit it in. But for sure, we want to do a Christmas haunt.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to add?
My business partner just showed up. Troy, come say hi to everybody.
What's happening?
Troy is actually in charge of all of the art and kind of what you see on sets and design. That's more of his expertise, and that's kind of what he did.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to build the new set?
The new sets? Oh, it's a year-round process.
Year-round?
Year-round. That's why we were in this building for as long as we are, so that way we have all year to build.
Right.
And tweak. So,
it takes a long time to build, but Troy's good at that. He does all of our artwork and stuff online and the internet. So it's pretty awesome to have a good team. We have a good team here. I do more of marketing and building. Troy takes care of more of the artwork and designs aspects of things. And then, of course, we have the other business partner, Ashley, and she's in charge of box office and the financials and the overhead. So with every haunt, you got to have a team, and we have a pretty good team.
So I take it you guys have been pretty successful this year then?
So far, we've been awesome. So we'll definitely be back next year. In fact, we're going to come back even bigger and better. So
next year's going to be ridiculous.
Good.
So we've got a lot of big plans.
Already in our heads. We already talked.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yep.
You're already thinking the next year.
Yep.
So we're already there.
Yep.
So yeah, we're pretty excited.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's our push. We do that every night. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so he's going to do a blog about us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Reading out of my Bible.
I'm going to smoke a cigarette. What do I do with my cigarette? Oh, I'm allowed. You're going to
Do you want one? Do they have one next door?
Yeah.
It should. It's gonna go down your